The word ethos is a set of values and norms characteristic to a given social group or society relating to the fundamental values of work. These values are manifested in specific behaviors such as trustworthiness, respect for work, integrity, and reliability regarding the work at hand. Warsaw, the capital of Poland, is a modern city in the center of Europe which is constantly evolving. Emerging from the rubble of World War II, Warsaw now has sprawling residential districts, expanding metro lines, modern infrastructure that meets global standards, and restored monuments attracting more and more tourists from all over the world. With funding from Poland, the extensive task of rebuilding Warsaw from the ashes of the war was accomplished with the hands of highly qualified Polish workers who devoted their ambition and passion to the reconstruction efforts of Poland. The builders, as well as all citizens, were overwhelmed with enthusiasm when the reconstruction began after the end of the war. With the rubble removed from the streets and the houses rebuilt, it was all very pleasing to the eye. The bricklayers were especially respected, and there was a technological leap in the method of bricklaying, and this multiplied the speed of the reconstruction. Builders have always enjoyed the respect and trust of society. They were proud of their work and accomplishments. Training for the needs of the labor market is a priority in vocational education to such an extent and pace as to balance the demand for employees with the possibility of their education and entry into the labor market. Our process focuses on general knowledge as well as specialist, theoretical, and practical skills, the mastery of which entitles our graduates to practice in their given specialty. There is increased demand for people educated in construction professions. Employees in the industry have great opportunities. After graduating from a technical school, they find employment as technical staff with great salaries. Graduates also become business owners by starting their own construction and renovation companies. Some of our students are from a long line of construction workers. Their family, parents, and grandparents graduated from this school who enrolled their children years later. We have been participating for years in many projects financed by European Union funds. These funds provide our students with the opportunity to do internships abroad, and we also cooperate with employers. Employers in their workspaces or at school conduct workshops that allow our students to acquire new skills. These classes often end with certificates that students include with their CVs. I chose this school as I would like to build my own company in the future. This school offers theoretical and practical learning opportunities. In the future, I would like to become a site manager and obtain building qualifications. The profession of an engineer, construction in general, was with me from an early age. Later, I studied and I wanted to translate my passion into projects. I found, after beginning with single-family housing, that building large buildings would be a great thing. They stay in our lives for good, and I can show them to my children, my family, and thousands of people use them, not even knowing how much time and work it takes to create such great things. Another reason is the development of competence, modern methods, which is included in construction. I can see today that when I was a child, construction was completely different. And in the last few decades, I can see that firstly, it is the modern methods, secondly, innovation, and thirdly, BIM technology, which enters the construction industry not only at the stage of an investment implementation, but also at the design stage, through the implementation and management of this construction work during use. There is work in the construction industry, investments have started, and billions of zlotys are involved in construction. This is to be the case for the next few years. Construction companies have signed contracts and may win the new ones. The situation seems to be great, if not for the constant shortage of labor, not only for executive employees, but above all, for the management. We have a lot to be proud of. We see how many skyscrapers, apartment buildings, roads, and bridges are being built. It is nice to show something off, and it's probably the fastest industry where you can say right away, I did it, my father or my grandfather did it, and we can quickly see the effects of what we have done.
Nowe technologie, które są obecnie wdrażane, bardzo pomagają pracownikom.
New technologies that are currently being implemented help workers a lot. When I started working in the 1980s, there were only 2 or 3 systems. Now, there are over a dozen systems that are used on construction sites, which greatly help in the development of both my work and faster implementation of the tasks that have been assigned to me. It takes a lot of work to encourage young people, show what it looks like, and make these people come here. Every year, the survey of employers and their needs in the labor market prove that construction occupations belong to the so-called scarce occupations. That is, those with great demand on the market and few candidates. Therefore, it is worth learning these professions both at the basic vocational level, technical secondary school, or higher education. Young people who are starting to look for their career path or who would like to find new development opportunities can benefit from training, both individual and group, offered by employment offices also in construction professions. There is also the possibility of taking advantage of an internship. This experience, which is necessary and highly sought by employers. The European Union has opened its borders wide to the free movement of employment. Many countrymates and other countries' citizens took up work on construction sites abroad, transferring their knowledge, enthusiasm, and professional experience there. Their work ethos. The educational system operating in European countries, currently Erasmus, supported by the AIDS funds for the development of science, training, and student exchange, guarantees a constant supply of trained staff with high professional qualifications to the construction industry.